Alright, good day. Anytime you decide to watch this video, I want to welcome you to Demographic and Social Statistics in Public Health class, PHS 204. Like I explained to you the last time, I'm going to and I also send the announcement on the platform. I'm going to send a video as regarding the material I dropped. Alright, this is the first part looking at the introductory part of demography and social statistics in public health. This part is a little bit more on demography, both of them anyway, because social statistics is just statistics for social science. So you're going to see it's still statistics. So most of the things that you'll be doing that you've done in statistics, you'll be doing about statistics from at the beginning part is still applicable just when you deep in, but we don't really need that for this course. So let's go. We have demography. It's analysis of population data, analysis of population data, and you have demography being coined from two Greek words, that's demos, people, and graphic, and graph, which is write or describe. Demography it's focused on examination of total size of people, examination of the distribution either in urban area or rural area, examination of the structure of the people, age, sex, composition, height, depending on what you want, gender included, examination also of the change over time, change of population over time, either it is growing or declining, examination of the causes and the effects of the population change. Very quickly, we all see what is happening in Nigeria in particular. It's more of a decline, than a growth, because more people are leaving the country as a result of especially economic policies that happen. So these are what demography is all about. Now, as a distinct branch of scientific knowledge, demography may be defined as a study of size, terrestrial distribution, composition of population, changes therein, and the component of such changes, which may be identified as natality, mortality, terrestrial movement, which is migration, social mobility, change of status. Now, this definition, however, relates only to one aspect of modern demography, and modern demography is divided into two parts, namely demographic analysis and population study. Actually, there are so many definitions for demography depending on who is speaking and from which angle they are coming from. But what is most principal for this course is what we are using here. What is most principal is the fact that it is look at the word is a study, and there is no way you study human population without including population without including statistical analysis. So you could leave it as study of size. You could also look at statistical analysis of the size. Now, as earlier mentioned, demography is examining all these things, and it is coined into the definition that is given to you. So, but for knowledge and practical sake, it's about understanding how people are distributed, what happens for movement, for growth, because like we're going to see later, it has a broad effect on public health. It has a broad effect on how resources, how interventions are being applied, how analysis are being made as regarding intervention and resources that are being allocated. Alright, so we have demographic analysis. This is study of components of changes in population, and this part is called population dynamics. That is fatality, mortality, and migration. The population study deals with addressing demographic events and phenomena in a social economic context. It relates population dynamics to socio-economic, biological, and political or other environmental factors. So that's just a little about what demography it's all about. Now, for social statistics, it says use of statistics to study human behavior and social environment. Now, this social statistics data is information or knowledge an individual, object, or event. They are means of investigating and testing research questions and policy impacts across different areas of people's life, used in the formulation of social policies while also being closely related to economic structure of the society. Alright, so what is yours here basically? It's statistical analysis of our environment, social environment, how people relate with each other, um, how people accommodate each other. It's a social strategy. Data is knowledge of is information or knowledge on individual objects or events, and it helps in policy formulation and management. All right, we have a concept of demography. See, demography is a study of size, composition, dynamics, distribution of human population. The study is important because the size of the aggregate of human that constitute the population. Now we said that demography is divided into two. We have demography divided into the quantitative and qualitative aspect of human population. The quantitative deals with the composition, density, distribution, growth, and human size and structure of population. While the qualitative focusing on the education, crime development, diet, and nutrition of the population. Now, demography is concerned with the current size, characteristics of human population, and how the changes, what causes their change. Principally, the cause of change is the birth, the death, and the movement of the population. And also, all these are the basic things that causes changes in a population. We have the components of demography for this course. There are three of them. Look at demographic perspective. This is how understand the relative importance and particularity of particularly towards population issues. Then we have population processes that has to do with the main cause of change in the population. And like we said, there are three of them: birth, death, and migration. Then we have the structure of the population, that's the relationship between population process and demographic characteristics of the population. So here we look at the importance of demography in public health. It helps in assessment of the needs of the population. With demography, it helps identify the specific health needs of the population. An aging population will likely have more resources to take care of them and chronic diseases than a much younger population. So the understanding of the population distribution and density allows health agencies to allow health agencies to strategically distribute health facilities and resources. Population also helps in program evaluation with the understanding. Demography provides a baseline for evaluating the effectiveness of public health programs by tracking the change in the population health indicator alongside demographic shifts. When you talk about health indicators, those are the some of how will I put it now, some components in the population that show how healthy or that show their response to some of the interventions that are being professed. We have forecasting and planning. So when you know the distribution, the number of people in a particular environment, it helps to know how the population will grow and what is expected in terms of resource allocation and infrastructure. talk about emergency preparation now. Now, now, just like what happened in Mokwa some few weeks ago now, the understanding of the demographic data helps to manage the aftermath of the event. They say in the event of a natural disaster or public health emergency, understanding population density distribution and vulnerable population allows for effective evacuation planning and resource allocation. Yeah, there was no plan anyway, but when it happens, people that are giving resources, if it's just that some of the things that are being done are being political, people that are supposed to give resources will consider, okay, who are remaining. If it is a population in Mokwa, for example, where they had many elderly people than younger people, it's going to affect what they are going to collect in terms of sending resources to them. Then lastly, the type of the information about the demographic data will help in what is supposed to be done. If it's a population where they have so many pregnant women, of course, their focus will be on how to um, 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 deal with pregnant related cases. For social statistics too, they are relatively the same. They are relatively the same in terms of um, of the importance. We have guiding resource allocation, evaluation of program effectiveness, informing policy and program development, and then understanding health disparities. So, just like I said, um, demography and social statistics in terms of application in public health are a little bit related. So, statistics provide evidence base for public health action, enabling professionals to make informed decisions, develop effective intervention, and improve well-being and health of the community. This one is very important because numbers are very important, data are very important in making the right objective decisions, and social statistics will help in that. Alright, this is the end of this. I'm sorry I had to rush because I have a limitation in the place where I want to upload. I hope other videos will take more time to talk about some of the things that we are going to talk about. So if there's any question or any part you don't understand, you can message me via any platform. I will talk about it. Thank you very much and God bless.